Hello, this is going to be my ePortfolio presentation. So this is the first page of my Digication website. We're going to go ahead and go down to the Math of the 21st Century EDU tab. And I'm doing this on a tablet, so it does look a bit different than if you're doing it on a desktop. But I gave it its own tabs. We're going to go down, if I can. We're going to go down to Stars and Wishes. So I have the Word doc for Stars and Wishes uploaded, as well as the explanation of the assignment down below that. And then we have the Tim's blog. I found it easier just to copy and paste for the Tim's blog. And then I have the explanation down below that. And then we have the text reflections. I gave them their own tab just to prevent things from getting a bit too muddled up and a bit too confusing. So this is the first text reflection. I also found it easier to copy and paste for those, and the explanations for them are going to be below that. This is the second text reflection. And we're going to see the third text reflection. I kept their explanations fairly the same to prevent any confusion and any extra wordage that might cause some confusion. And then we're going to move on to learning centers. This is my 6 kindergarten learning centers. I saved this as a Word doc because it was a bit too difficult to copy and paste this table that I created right here on it. And then I have the explanation of the assignment down below that. And then I have the group presentation. This is what me and my group partner did. We have our activities and the pictures of our activities, as well as the explanation of what this assignment is. And then we're going to move on to the word problem blog. This one had a lot of different components, and I didn't want it to get too muddled or too cluttered, so I tried to keep it as neat as I could. This is the word problems I created. And then below that we have the word problem analysis that I did, saved as a Word doc. And then we have the different pictures of the teacher copy of the word problems as well as the student copies. I wanted to save them as a slideshow. It just made a bit more sense. And it would be a lot easier to go through if I needed to do it really quickly or if someone else needed to. Then I have the explanation of the assignment down below that again. Our next one is the literature and math lesson. This is the lesson plan that we created. Just went ahead and uploaded it onto Digication, and I have the explanation of what it is down below that. And next we have the integrated math unit. This is our 3 lesson plans, and I found it easier just to keep these as a slideshow as well. And they have their extra worksheets or activities or whatever the lesson needed down below those, as well as the explanation of this assignment again down below. And then we have the conduct a math unit. It doesn't let me show it very good on my tablet. However, on Digication on a desktop, you are able to see the embedded YouTube video right here as it looks on Blackboard, and you just click play and it plays directly from Digication, and it's fairly simple. I'm not sure why it doesn't work as well on my tablet. It did work earlier, but that's alright. And then we have the explanation again down below that, and lastly is the field experience. So I have the logged hours and all the videos that I watched in the first slide. And then in the second slide, we have my field response. And we have the explanation again down below that. I would have to say that for our class, I really enjoyed the conduct a math unit, even though we can't see it here. It really just gave me the opportunity to act as a teacher. It gave me the real world experience to really feel as if I'm with a class, as if I'm teaching students, and I'm getting their feedback and I'm getting their response, and I'm seeing what's working and what's not. And I had to be creative of, how am I going to show shadow puppets, with a video, and it would also help if at some point we were still doing distant learning. And I also really enjoyed the learning centers. I found those so exciting. It gave me a chance to be really creative with, the assignments that I find, the ways that I want to modify them for different students, and the difficulty levels that I created for them with the I'm an expert and I need practice. And it was just really exciting going through and finding ones that I thought would be fun for the students. And I really enjoyed this little chart that I made that would be for the students to track what they're doing and be for me to track what they're doing. And it was just a really exciting assignment to do all around. Thank you. That will be the end of my Digication ePortfolio presentation.